Hello, welcome to episode number 182, I do believe, of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. Wait, no, 183, because 180 was Unforgiven, 181 was, yeah, 183. This is going to be Friday Night SmackDown for week 1 of October 2021, and with No Mercy in the rear view mirror, we've got a new WWE champion. New tag team champions. As we advance on the road to SmackDown's October pay-per-view, which I do need to go over review really quick, because that is going to be Cyber Sunday. And it's going to act exactly as you'd imagine it would, because it's Cyber Sunday. So, if everything for like the first 2 weeks of SmackDown feel like it's going at like 100 miles an hour, it's because I want to try and get the Cyber Sunday card finalized as quickly as possible, so then I can put out the voting video and take the votes, which is going to be annoying because I kind of want to just absolutely smash through the whole thing like in the next few days, but I've got to wait for that, so I can't. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's jump straight into the show. Hear ye, hear ye. We are gathered here today to celebrate day number, whatever it is, in game. I think it's 35 because, yeah, I'll see 28 days in a month, but of the Queen's SmackDown Women's Championship reign. Obviously, defended it last Sunday at No Mercy against Sonya Deville, Queen Sasha, and obviously the entire Boss faction is in there, but again, limits, so I can't put them all on there. And then Sasha comes out and she's like, "Yas, I beat your stupid queen. Yes, I'm gonna put you in the ground. I'm the greatest SmackDown Women's Champion of all time, etc., etc." And then Sonya Deville comes out and she interrupts. She's like, "No, you cheated. See, like, you can't be proud of yourself, Sasha." She's like, "Well, I am." And like, Sonya's like, "No, we need to do this one more time. Me and you, one-on-one for that." And then Bayley's music interrupts. She's like, Sonya, look. I know, I understand. Sasha's a piece of shit. But she lost. She has a point with that, so maybe you need to go to the back of the line and somebody else needs to, step to the front of the line. And maybe that could be someone who won last Sunday at No Mercy, and that's me, Bayley. And then Candice interrupts. She's like, Bayley, look. I get it. You beat me at No Mercy. You were the better woman on the day. I hold my hands up and admit that. But I now see everything that you were saying. Maybe this way is the way forward. Maybe I was looking at this thing the whole time, and you were right, and I was wrong. And yes. But maybe this new Candice LeRae, she has what it takes to become SmackDown Women's Champion. With this way is the way to the top. Dakota Kai then comes out. She's like, "Well, you're all the same old has-beens. You all can't get it done." Candice, when was the last time you even won a match? She's like, Bayley and Sonya, you got your chance at SummerSlam. You blew it. Maybe it's time for somebody else to step to the forefront and become SmackDown Women's Champion. And maybe you're looking at that girl right here. And then obviously Bianca is the last one out. She's like, "Girls, only one of us right here, right, has beaten Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And it ain't a girl, it ain't you, Bayley. Girl, it ain't Candice. She hasn't even won a match. It ain't Dakota. It ain't even you, Sonya, because you got beat at No Mercy. It's me. And if anybody deserves another chance to dethrone Sasha Banks, it's somebody that we know can get it done. And Sasha will catch these hands." And then Adam Pearce comes into me like, I see an opportunity right in front of us. You all want a shot of the SmackDown Women's Championship, right? Well, let's make things interesting. In our main event tonight, we'll have a fatal 5-way between Sonya Deville, Bayley, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Bianca Belair, with the winner of that match going on to Cyber Sunday to face Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Big main event set. 5-way, we're going to find out the next SmackDown Women's Championship #1 contender. Will it be Sonya Deville again? Will it be Bayley? Will it be Candice? Will it be Dakota? Or will it be Bianca Belair? Indy's currently a adequate old school face. She's now a very good apprentice, which is good. That's why I did this. Candice is a turncoat average. She's now a great virtue signaler. That's great. Okay. Nice. So Candice sort of soft-turned babyface here, I guess. And I'll explain why at a later point. But for now, that's all that really matters. In an 88 rated opening match, fucking Andrade, man. These two, like, Cesaro has been banging out sick ratings, and Andrade has just been smashing out light blues on free TV like it's nothing. But Cesaro defeats Andrade in a superb match in 15:47 with a sharpshooter. 84 for Cesaro and 82 for Andrade. After the match, Pat McAfee gets into the ring. He's like, Cesaro, hell of a victory over Bobby Roode last night, and a hell of a victory over, last Sunday, and a hell of a victory over Andrade right now. What does the future hold for Cesaro? And so I was like, I beat Bobby Roode, I beat Andrade, and I'm on a bit of a hot streak right now, but there's one thing that I still have yet to accomplish here in WWE, and we all know what that is. And we have a new WWE champion running around here. He wants to be acknowledged. Well, I know exactly where to find him, he says as he leaves the ring. We then get a quick backstage segment with Shotzi and Ember, and they're in wherever they hang out in that little weird boiler room place where they fucking do metal work on their tank. They're like, so I heard that Kaylee Ray and Kaylee Ray and Nikki Cross, those little Scottish women, they're back, and now they're leeching off big time Bex and her popularity. Like, well, they say they've got a rematch for the SmackDown, for the Women's Tag Team Championships, and we aren't afraid of anyone, right, Ember? And she's like, hell no. And we were just thinking about, what a great time October is and how Halloween is coming up shortly. And Cyber Sunday falls on Halloween. So what do you say, girls? Me and us two and you two. And we'll even let the fans pick the stipulation. And then it's Scareway to Hell ladder match. It's Lumberjack a Lantern. And it's, what's the other one? Trick or Street Fight. The free spooky Halloween match. The one they did at Halloween Havoc. Yes. And they're like, what do you say, girls? Except if you've got balls. Because we've got balls. Welcome to the fire pit. Etc. So yes, we've set that Kaylee Ray and Nikki Cross will get their rematch for the tag titles at Cyber Sunday in one of the free spooky matches, either Scareway to Hell, Trick or Street Fight, or Lumberjack a Lantern. 38 rated matches to get Smile and Shine a win. They haven't wrestled in a couple of weeks, but they defeat Savannah Lucas and Hattie Edwards, who were two graduates from the PC. In 406, Tegan pins Hattie with the Vulture Culture Destroyer. 50 for Kylie Ray, 57 for Tegan. And Tegan is a girl next door adequate. She's now an adequate, wholesome queen. Okay, fair enough. And then Kylie Ray, fun baby face, adequate. She's now a very good smiley Kylie. Small penalty to charisma during matches. Okay, I see. We then got to Pierce's office, and he's like, wait, I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. And Gulak's like, you are? Pierce's like, so what you're saying is, you want a Cyber Sunday to defend your United States Championship against anybody on the SmackDown roster that's not busy that night. And Gulak's like, yes, I'm a fighting champion, I'm not scared of anyone on this roster. So if it's the fans' choice, let the fans pick who they want to see an opportunity go to. Instead of me asking opportunities for the rest of the roster, let the fans decide who they want to see get the opportunity for a title match, and I'll deliver whoever it is. And Pierce is like, you know what? That's a nice idea, and I like your enthusiasm and your determination, Gulak. Consider it done. And then Dominic Mysterio walks in. He's like, nice idea. Maybe if I'm not free that night, maybe I'll get a chance to wrestle you. And Gulak's like, okay, I'd welcome that. And then he's like, what do you want, Dom? And he's like, Bivens Enterprises, they took out my dad 2 weeks ago when Kevin Owens joined them. I don't care who it is, I want one of them tonight. And Pierre's like, you want a member of Bivens Enterprises one-on-one tonight? Dominic's like, yes. It's like, well, I can sign off on that. I'd have to just speak to Malcolm and see which member he wants to put in the match. And Dominic's like, okay, that'll be great. And he leaves. So it'll be Dominic versus one of Bivens Enterprises tonight. And we need to change his gimmick as well. He's got an awful family legacy gimmick. He's now a great second-generation star, so that will help him a lot. Gone from an awful gimmick to a great one. 60 rated match, just giving a squash win to Dijakovic in 3 minutes 21. He beats Brooks Jensen with the Dijection. 25 for Brooks and 72 for Dijakovic. I'm seeing how Brooks Jensen does in singles matches because I don't have Josh Briggs because I think he's boring. And other alleged reasons. But yeah, we're just trying out Brooks Jensen. He's 20. Let's see how he does in this quick match with Dijakovic. And he actually gets a 60. That's actually not that bad given the ratings here. But then after the match, Dijakovic is attacked by Eric of the Viking Raiders, who takes him down. He does that fucking grab from behind where he tosses him over like his back, tosses him down like that, and then they land on their knees and he hits the big knee and takes them down. And he continues to hammer away on Dijakovic, and then referees escort him to the back. And his poor Viking gimmick gets changed to a very good evil Viking gimmick. So you can see what's happening here. Boost to charisma, small penalty to star quality, and can be penalised for losing for gimmicky cartoon gimmick. Okay. So Eric has randomly, out of nowhere, attacked Dijakovic after his win. We then get an interview with Bivens Enterprises and Kayla. And obviously Aries at the front and centre. And she's like, have you decided which member of your group is going to wrestle Dominic Mysterio tonight? And he's like, as a matter of fact, Kayla, we have decided which member of our group is going to wrestle Dominic Mysterio. Because Dominic Mysterio, he's a little dweeb. And quite frankly, any of us, apart from maybe Malcolm himself, could beat Dominic Mysterio in a match. So why not embarrass him? So then Kayla's like, so you're going to face him, AJ? And AJ just laughs like, huh? I don't want to waste my time on him. No. And then Omos steps to the front of the frame. He's like, Omos is going to fight Dominic Mysterio tonight. And then Kayla's like, oh, God. Because Kayla and Omos standing next to each other would be fucking hilarious because she'd probably literally come up to his waist. So it's going to be Dominic Mysterio. He won't have any member of Bivens Enterprises. And Omos is the one who stepped up. And he has a bad gimmick. He's got an adequate badass gimmick. He's now he's a poor Colossus. God damn it. So it backfired on him. Oops. Here's a segment. My favourite tag team in the world. Damian Priest and Buddy Murphy come out. It would be Priest would come out first, or actually no, Murphy would come out first, and he'd do that fucking entrance where he does his entrance on the ramp, and then stops halfway up and turns around, and then he turns around and Priest's there, his entrance starts, and then they come out to his song. Then after they get into the break, like, we'll hear from the new tag team champions after the break, and then they get into the ring and they're like, we've heard it all, right? I know everyone said that we weren't supposed to be the tag team champions. We're two singles guys. We were an Intercontinental champion and a WWE champion. We got thrown together by somebody else to not to team up, but to sort of just coast by. We shouldn't be the tag team champions right here, but the fact of the matter is this. We beat the greatest tag team of this generation. One of the greatest tag teams of all time. So, hell yeah, we're the tag team champions. And Jey Uso, sorry, bro, and we wish you to get better. We didn't intend to take anyone out of action with our actions, but that's what happens when you're just so badass like us. Now, we hear it all. When are you going to let the real tag team step up? You're two singles guys. You don't deserve to be the tag team champions. Why can't it be the Street Profits or the Viking Raiders or any of the plethora of other tag teams we've got here on SmackDown? Well, that's where you're wrong, because we do have a great deal of respect for tag team wrestling. Murphy himself, former Raw tag team champion, former NXT tag team champion, and Damian Priest. Well, I've been an admirer of many of the great tag teams from the past, and that's what But that's what brings us to tonight, because we're going to defend these championships tonight to prove that we deserve them. I'm not going to defend them against tag teams from today. No, we're going to defend them against tag team royalty. And then out come Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, for a cheap pop. I imagine this would be in like their territory, like their sort of area. I can't remember exactly which territories the Rock and Roll Express were from, but like I think it was like Mid-South. So somewhere in that area, so they can get the big hometown pop. And Morton and Gibson are here to wrestle Priest and Buddy Murphy for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Because they're here for an extended, well, not for an extended run, but for a short run here on SmackDown. Because I was left the goal to bring back I said 90s tag team. And I actually spoke with Eric Silver in Discord when he made the role. I was like, look, technically I brought back Edge and Christian for a run. Does that count? And he was like, no. So I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So we've now got the Rock and Roll Express. They're here for like 6 months. Just having a quick little run here on SmackDown. Because, yeah, it's a challenge run and shit like this will happen. But they both got very good gimmicks, actually. And I can't wait to actually see how they do. I think Morton had a stamina penalty when I set up the match. But I think Gibson was fine. So we'll see how they do. Damian Priest's got a gimmick change. Adequate, cool dude, Archer Man. And he was already an adequate badass. So I guess no change there. 74, given the age and ratings of these two, that's actually pretty good. But Murphy and Priest defeat the Rock and Roll Express. When Damian Priest pins Robert Gibson with a reckoning to make defense number 1 of the SmackDown Tag Team titles. 81 for Priest, 84 for Murphy, 27 for both Morton and Gibson. I know you, yes you, listening to this in the sound of my voice, thought when I said that Priest and Murphy were defending the titles tonight, I know you thought that I was taking the belts off them. But nope, I've been dealt a bum hand, so we've got to run with it. Priest and Murphy, big win over the Rock and Roll Express here tonight, to prove that they do care about tag team wrestling, but they also, in the promo, make men, they say we may be the tag team champions, but that doesn't mean we can't still be single stars, because they both still want the WWE Championship. Quick backstage segment. Kayla catches up with Eric. She's like, Eric and Ivar, why did you attack Dijakovic after his match? And then Eric just sort of looks at her, pissed off, and they both just turn around and leave without saying anything. So now Ivar needs to turn to his evil Viking gimmick. His is also very good. $50. Dominic Mysterio, when Omos goes back as well as you think it would. Omos defeats him in like 4 minutes of just toying with the boy, and then pins him with the big double-handed chokeslam. Omos gets a 54 and a 61 for Dom. And Omos gets the victory here tonight. We then get a quick segment of Mustafa Ali and Mia Yim in the weird message, like, hacker room. And he just sits there, just stares at it, he's shaking his head. And Mia's looking at him, all confused, like, well, what's the matter? He's like, this is all wrong. Mia, tell the others, this is all wrong. And she's like, do you want me to do it? He's like, now! Yes, go now! And then Mia leaves the room, and Ali just sits there staring at all the hacker work. Before he sticks, like, fucking... He takes the chair and he throws it through the fucking monitor, the back monitor, smashes up all the fucking monitors. He's like, no. This is not the end of this message, because this... I just have to find another way to do it. This isn't over. This is far from it. But this hacker, this production, Miss Anonymous sending of the message, it's clearly no one's listening to me. I have to take further action. This is not over. You will hear from us again. I've just got to find out the time and the place. Backstage, Andrade sort of sulking. And he's like, oh god damn it, I lost to Cesaro and I also lost to Sami Zayn. I think I lost another match in there as well. I'm on a bit of a losing streak right now, Zelina. And she's like, well, Andrade, look, you can't let a couple of losses bum you out. Look, I know, but we are Zelina and Andrade. I'm the one who's supposed to prop you back up, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to prove to you that it's not as difficult as it seems. Next week, I'm going to wrestle, and I'm going to try and motivate you. I'm going to score a victory in the ring, and maybe seeing me win will help you get your performances up, because, believe it or not, I am a very competent wrestler, and then Sonya Deville sort of just walks past on her way to the ring for the main event, and she's like, keep talking, you're talking a lot of shit, Zelina, for someone who's wrestled about 3 times in the last year and a half. She's like, don't you have a match to prepare for, Deville? She's like, I'm on my way now. Which is like, well, then stick your fucking beaky nose out of my business and jog on. And she's like, okay. 81 rated main event. Wait, who's got a gimmick change in this? Oh, right, Alexa. Never mind. I was going to say, because they're all in the opening segment, so why not pop off them? But yeah, that makes sense. So, in the Fatal 5-Way, Candice LeRae defeats Bayley, Dakota Kai, Bianca Belair, and Sonya Deville when Candice pins Bayley with a moonsault press. And then during the match, Bianca has Dakota probably up for the KOD when the lights flicker off, and Spooky Alexa does her shenanigans to distract Bianca, and like takes her out with like a Sister Abigail or something. So I have a Spooky Alexa way, and then the lights flicker back on and off again, and Bianca's gone, making it a Fatal 4-Way, which Candice wins. And looking at the ratings, I actually appear to have made the right choice, because Candice got a 75, 74 for Bayley, 73 for Sonya, 71 for Bianca, and a 70 for Dakota. And then we can change Alexa. She's got an adequate gimmick, multifarious Miss Bliss. Psychology is down. That makes sense, to be fair. Okay, that's very markable. Yeah. That's fine. Actually sounds like what that gimmick would be. But yes, Candice, after losing at No Mercy and hitting a soft babyface turn earlier on in the night, appears to be the number 1 contender for Sasha Banks at Cyber Sunday. And Johnny comes out to celebrate with her. And then the rest of Boss get in the face of Candice, and she's like, no, I ain't backing down. This is my one chance. I never get these opportunities. It's been about a year since I last got a Women's Championship opportunity, and I'm not going to squander this. So, the original plan was Sonya and Sasha again, but they have shit chemistry, so I had to pivot. And I had Candice there, who I didn't want to do Bayley yet. Bianca is busy with Alexa. Dakota is also a heel. Shotzi and Ember are the tag champions. So Candice was the only person on the roster that really felt right to slot in if I wasn't going to do Sonya again. And yeah, both Gargano and Candice I felt were expendable on the heel side. So they both turned here. So we have Johnny as a face, Candice as a face, and I knew I was bringing Zelina more into wrestling, so I knew there was a spare spot on the heel side that I could let Candice go over to the face side without any worries. And then with Johnny, I just think that I needed an extra babyface on the mid-card side, because like Andrade, as you saw, is floundering and doing nothing really at the minute. And Johnny was exactly the same as him, so maybe as a babyface he'll get a bit more to do. And then Mickey's got a new gimmick. Great. Dana's getting a new gimmick. Great. Oh, I fucking thought that was the main event segment then. Jesus Christ. No, it's the Mixed Match Challenge hype. The first quarterfinals start today. Angel Garza and Raquel against Montez Ford and Bianca Belair. And Biggie and Tegan against Cesaro and Bayley. I definitely pressed next segment. There's my main event segment. The new WWE Champion, the Tribal Chief, is here. And poor him's like, ladies and gentlemen, your Tribal Chief requests silence at this time. And he's like, I told you all. I told you Sami Zayn's little dream weren't going to last forever. Puh. Didn't even lasted what, a month? But now the WWE Championship is where it belongs, and it's where it's going to stay for as long as I want it to stay there. Because let's take a look at the cold hard facts here. Seth Rollins out of commission, Samoa Joe out of commission, Sami Zayn out of commission. Whoever steps up to the tribal chief is getting put down. And speaking of getting put down, then he turns to Jimmy. Obviously Jay's not there because he's fucked. And he's like, I appear to be the only champion standing in this ring right now. And Jimmy's like, oh fuck. He's like, care to explain what happened, Oos? And he's like, okay, Oos. We came up short and Jay got injured and Roman's like, I don't want to hear it. What I want is I want Damian Priest and I want Buddy Murphy to come out here and acknowledge me. And then it's not Damian Priest and Buddy Murphy that come out, it's Cesaro. And he's like, hey Roman, you know how you said like you're the head of the table and you want to come out here and acknowledge you? Well, here I am acknowledging you as my champion. And Roman nods his head, he's like, yes, good boy, you here to fall in line? And he's like, no, like I said earlier on, what's next for me? I know exactly where you are, Roman. I've come to knock on your door. And not only have I come to knock on your door, I've come to kick your front door in. And you say that WWE Championship is with you until you deem it acceptable to let go of it. Well, I say that time is coming up shortly because I want a shot. And then Priest and Murphy also run out because they also still want the WWE Championship. And then we get 3 contenders vying for the WWE Championship and arguing with Roman about why they should be the number 1 contender of the WWE Championship. And then the Usos and Jacob Fatu try and attack him. But obviously there's 3 of them and 2 of Fatu and Uso because Jay is gone. And Roman just sort of walks away as the babyfaces get the upper hand. So the 3 babyfaces are in the ring standing tall. Fatu and Jimmy are down and Roman's on the ramp with the belt high up in the sky to end the show. So we have Priest, Buddy, and Cesaro all wanting WWE Championship opportunities. Boy, oh boy, I wonder what could be happening. Very good muscle of the Tribal Chief for Jacob Fatu, that's good. End the show gets us an 84. That's pretty good, considering the main event was there at an 81. And yeah, so I'm more on the 84 as what you thought of the show. So do let me know what you thought in the comments below, but obviously stick around for the quarterfinals of the Mixed Match Challenge. 94 rated 10-minute Raw recap segment to open the Mixed Match Challenge. All the people that were important on this week's show. And then we get the promo segments between Angel Garza and Raquel Gonzalez and Montez Ford and Bianca Belair, as the first quarterfinal match kicks off with a 76. It was all Raquel by the looks of it, because she's working injured. She got the shittest rating, and she was off her game. Oh, she has a game that's getting stale even. But it is Montez Ford and Bianca Belair who advance to the semi-finals. They defeat Garza and Raquel when Ford pins Garza with a frog splash. 61 for Raquel, 77 for Garza, 71 for Bianca, and a 70 for Montez Ford. Yeah, so Raquel's got a cracked tailbone, and I think it's really, like, Dakota's got a year-long nagging injury that's not that bad, but this seems to be really hampering Raquel. I think I might, like, leave her out of the ring until it's fully healed, because, like, it's really annoying her. Raw recap, or SmackDown recap even, or the important people from this week's SmackDown. Priest, Murphy, Cesaro, Roman, Candice, Sasha, Bianca, and Alexa. Before we get to the promo segments for the second semi-final, the winner of this match will face the winner of Bianca. No, not the winner of. We know who won that. The winner of this match will face Bianca and Ford in the semi-final of the Mixed Match Challenge, and it is an 85. This has unironically been a fantastic tournament, and Cesaro. Shock horror to everybody watching, I know, but Cesaro is really good at wrestling. He gets a 90, Biggie gets an 83, 71 for Bayley, and a 55 for Tegan. And it is Biggie and Tegan who advance to the semi-final to face Montez and Bianca. Big E pins Cesaro with a big ending. So happy, fun, wholesome King and Queen advance at the expense of focused and determined babyface team of Cesaro and Bayley. And that is the end of this week's Mixed Match Challenge, which gets us an 88. So next week will be the other two quarterfinals. I think it's Jeff and Io versus is it AJ and Dakota? Did they get through? And then I know the other one is Makimura against Shotzi and Damian Priest. Yeah. I think those are the 4 teams. It might not be AJ and Dakota, they might have lost, but I'm pretty sure it's AJ and Dakota. I'm trying to think of who else is in it. Tony Storm and Adam Cole got eliminated. I know Io and Jeff got through. Aaliyah and Miz got eliminated. Morrison and Frank. Yeah, I think it must be AJ and Dakota. Okay. I don't think it's Ali and Mia Yim, because I think I purposely eliminated them because I knew I was doing the whole thing with a message on the SmackDown. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yes, that's the end of the show, so do know me for in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for Raw 184. See you then.